Be here 50 years in, and it's a lot of full circle moments for me today, sitting at that luncheon as a younger head coach, seeing Cindy up there, who was coached by Jim Foster, who got his start at St. Joe's, and he was the first coach to give me an opportunity as an assistant coach. So Gino Oriyama, St. Joe's, Muffin McGraw, St. Joe's. I'm half Philadelphian and half Daytonian, half from Dayton. So at this point, so to be here on 50 years in and to know that my start was from this conference is pretty cool. I'm excited about this team. It's definitely the most talented team I've had since I've been here at University of Dayton. We did lose a lot of experience, losing 4 of our 5 starters. But I think with the talent level and the versatility, that production will be spread out, which is nice. And you know, to get a preseason ranking the way we did is always great, and I appreciate that. The coaches have some respect and have showed our team some respect. We really are grateful for that, and that's where we go from here. We're just ready to get game started at this point.
Questions? Just raise your hand. Get the mic to you. Zach.
Like that. I was trying to see. I couldn't wait to see what you had on today.
Oh,
you look good, my guy.
Appreciate you, Meek. Question for you, obviously, Zach Weiss, Atlantic10.com, is you mentioned the talent. When you refer to the talent, is it in regards to specific attributes you were looking for to build upon?
Yeah.
And how did you go about doing that?
I think with the portal and incoming freshmen, I don't think you have an exact formula anymore. You have to get great kids who can play basketball at a high level. So for us, there's a lot. I think the production you've seen out of 2 players and majority of Ivy Wolf and Ariana Smith and Nani will be spread out and more. I think you get a 2-way player in Nayo Lear. That's why she's here. She's a senior, has something to prove. A Jock, Olivia have gotten 7 to 10 pounds stronger. They look like different players. MG, our freshman, is really, 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 really good. You know, she's fun to watch. Nicole Stevens calls her Nafisa Collier. So I'll take that any day. The way that kid plays, Molly O'Riordan looks really good. Our Jokic, right? She's a high performing player, but also can shoot the ball and spread the defense. We got another kid, Fatima, who was Defensive Player of the Year, who gives us an advantage in the post, more of a paint protector, shot blocker, and will eat up some of those production spaces that we lost with Nani leaving and graduating. And then just emerging kids, Nicole Stevens, of course, being our point guard, getting Jordy Poole from Purdue. With her and Niall, those are the only 2 kids I've ever coached that can just go get a bucket, has a handle enough to score at 3 levels. Huge advantage for us with the people we brought in and the people return. Not a lot of people return as many as we did. I think it's a credit to our team. I know people give coaches a lot of credit. My coaches are great, but players run programs, and culture is built by what players follow. And I think we brought enough people on campus and enough people believe to show up. So that's why I say this is probably my most talented team since I've been here from top to bottom.
To both of you, first, Meek, if you can speak to the individual to your right and just the journey that she's been on, and Nayo, just how proud you are of yourself through your journey and how you are trying to find your next.
You want me to start?
Sure.
I love Nayo Lear. I love everything she represents. I love her growth. There was no doubt who I was going to bring on this trip with me. When you take over a program and it's high tradition, high winning program, high expectation program, and we're starting from the bottom, returning 3 players who average 2 minutes a game and 2 points, you have to build it on something. And one player's not here is Eleanor Monyak, who's our walk-on who followed me from Wittenberg. And the next one was this kid taking a chance on a first-time really Division I head coach who, you know, kind of knew what she wanted, kind of didn't, and had to ride that wave with me. And I'm not sure that Nayo liked me much her first year because her grades weren't where I thought they should be. But now she's like Dean. She's like the smartest person on the team. She's probably going to work for the FBI and all this great stuff. And she's a 2-way player now, high confidence, consistent. She's a leader. Nayo's everything for me, somebody who, you know, you grow together. She's seen me at my worst times. She's seen me at my best times. We continue to believe in each other through good and bad times. And for me, that's lifelong when this kid graduates, and I'll do anything for Nayo. that's what Nayo Lear means to me.
For me, playing under Coach Meek has been great. It's been a lot of lessons that I learned that I'll carry with me for the rest of my life. Coach Meek, she pushes us to be great basketball players, but also great people. It's this thing she says, like, a simple hi could, like, get you a job. So it's like little lessons like that is what, I take it personal, like, But, yeah, that's it.
Matt Maderno, Mid-Major Madness. For both of you, what does this year's team need to do to maximize and reach your top ceiling?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Sorry, what do you guys need to do to reach your full potential as a team this year?
Just stay together. Like in practice, we push each other to be better. Practice is really competitive. There are times where you might not want to hear certain things, but we all know that some things just need to be said for us to be better. Yeah, just really we push each other to the max in practice so it could show on the court.
I think for this year to be what we wanted to be, we had to get to a point as a program where iron starts to sharpen iron. And I think that's where we are. Just the start of it is that now we're in a gym and we used to come in and say, I know Nani's going to start. I know this person. I don't know. I'm pretty sure this kid has worked her way in and probably Nicole, right? But they have to stay there. And they know every day they have someone younger than them or someone older than them that's going to put up a front. So for me to be in practice and see we can go 5-on-5 and one day this team can win and one day this team can win, we've never really had that. It's like this team's going to win and I got to find a way to bring some guys in or something to make it competitive. Now it's competitive, right? We have people that go after Nayo, every day. And so I think that's what makes the gym really good is when you have players that just go after each other and compete and are good enough and talented enough to bring it every day.
Second row.
David Jablonski, Dayton Daily News. Nayo, how different is the team this year compared to your first season, just in that talent that she was talking about?
Oh, you said how different?
Yeah, just how different is the feel?
Energy is higher. Competitiveness is higher. Maturity is really shown this year. You have people who actually want to put the work in and actually want to go all out and give effort, play with grit and heart, and it shows. So that's why, like Coach Meek said, like it's hard to have a set starting five or whatever because like we all bring what we bring every day.
And to me, it's almost rare for a player to stay for 4 years at one school these days. And you mentioned that you've got a couple of them this year. So
Yes.
is it special to see them complete their careers with you?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get players to stay for 4 years. That's every coach in America. I don't care what sport, right, at this point. But we had a lot stay. Some second-year, third-year players, and that means a lot. To a credit to my staff, honestly, that they work hard every day to build relationships and get to know the players, and when they have down days, they're there for them. And I really push them to be honest. And I think that's where we really grown. Like, you got to tell these kids exactly where they are in life and where they are on the floor. So that really feels good. And no better, two ones that stuck it out was Eleanor and Nayo, right? Two funky first names, two kids who couldn't be from different parts of Chicago, who have come together and stayed and built this up to where we are now. So I'm proud of them. Like I said, I love these kids, and they've really worked hard on and off the court to be where we are, to build culture. Uh-oh. Who let this guy in every year? Like, I can't believe it.
So as a sign of growth, would he still play you if you called him one in another game?
What'd you say?
Well, I said if you called Gino to play again, would he still want to play you as a sign of your growth of your program?
Probably not. We probably beat him. No, I'm just Nah, Coach. Coach is always looking for games. I mean, he wanted to play us our first year. I'm like, Coach, we got 7 players, and you got Paige, So, but what a great experience. I mean, you talk about where this kid and Eleanor have been. They played at UConn first game opener. I don't know if anybody that year faced their entire team healthy because they started to get hurt that year before last year. So 2 years ago, we played, Kentucky. We've played Ole Miss. We played Purdue. We played UConn. They've gone against some good competition.
A couple of weeks ago, we asked in Springfield, Sue talks about her freshman year. Maya talked about her freshman year and whatever, When you got there, freshman experience, did you go through I can't believe I signed up for this for 4 years? Not her.
I mean, my freshman year is.
Oh, me?
Okay.
Hey, UConn? We wanted to transfer after the first workout. That was before the portal. I mean, I remember going to our first, not even on the court workout. It was a workout with Hootie. We had to run 200 meter whatever, and then we had to go to the weight room. We thought the workout was over after we finished running. And then we went to the weight room. We were like, we got to go to the weight room, And I remember coming back to our dorms yeah, we stayed in dorms, And we were like, we can't do this. It had to be. We literally said, swim was it has to be easier at Tennessee under Coach Summit. There's no way it's going to be this hard. So absolutely. I mean, you never Sue tore ACL a freshman year. We're really thumping. We really don't know what we're doing. We're a pressing team because Coach said we were dumb, and we were winning games. And Sue tears her ACL and goes down. So it was a very crazy freshman year, probably very similar to hers. We stayed on the line, and but we learned a lot. So I'm still here to talk about it.
One last question up front from Zach.
Meek, I want to ask you about Olivia specifically. You mentioned the muscle, obviously a tougher start to the year, and then she made those winning plays that won you that one game. Ebbs and flows, as a lot of freshmen are. Just what do you think she's been able to take away from that experience that has maybe made her a more rounded player in their sophomore season?
Well, she has to go against people like Nayo every day defending her guys. And she rolled her ankle. I think she was maybe 2 freshmen of the weekend, and she rolls her ankle, gets hurt, out, comes back, gets hurt again, and missed a lot of our conference play. The kid has a trigger. She can really shoot the ball, put it on the floor with ability to get fouled, except this year she might not fall to the floor and sprawl out. She might actually be able to take a hit. This week in practice, we ran a play for her. She starts to turn the corner with her left hand, and Shantavia Dawkins is a strong, athletic kid, and she's standing in the middle of the paint, and she just floors her. Boom. Shantavia looks like, what's going on? And she wasn't even trying to take a charge. She was trying to, and Liv finishes the layup. And I know Liv couldn't do that last year. She couldn't stand in the stands. She couldn't take contact. She was definitely not going to finish through contact, but she knew how to draw a foul. That's a kid that can really fill it up from the three-point line, direct line drives, and has become a better defender because of a want. She wants to be good, really good. She's also overly confident. She has a little, let me think, Liv. She got a little Tarasi in her. She just thinks she is the best thing since sliced bread. So there's a little bit of a high ego, a high confidence. She'll shoot a free throw and say Kobe and miss it, and we'll all laugh at her, and she doesn't really care. But I think that resilience in that kid helps her be a really good basketball player. So I think we'll get a lot of production out of her this year. Because everything we told her she's bought into. Me and Coach Darrell kind of sat down, Coach Hudson, who really does a good job with her, and just said, man, you got to get stronger, and she did. She had put on about 5 pounds before we even left for the summer. She's just that kind of kid.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Thanks, Nayo.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, good stuff there from the Flyers, and a nice shout out to the guru of women's basketball, Mel Greenberg.
Yeah, always. Mel Greenberg, the Hall of Famer, sitting right there,
Yeah.
Yeah, great guy.
A lot of good questions today.
Yeah.
We're going to head right back to Seth, and he's standing by with Javon Bennett on the men's side. Seth.
Mike, you can never have enough Greenberg. So Mel Greenberg, Seth Greenberg.